RMJ Movie Reviews back again with my shoot 'em up, kill 'em up action movie review of a small cult film from 1987 called Miami Connection. Dear Lord, have mercy. I want to tell y'all one thing. I have grown up on cable television my entire life. My parents were lucky enough that they had cable. So I've seen all the crap fest 1980s and 1990s direct to, at the time, video or direct to cable movies that there was to offer. I've seen all the Roddy Piper, Billy Blanks. I've seen all the Shannon Tweeds. I've seen Emmanuel in Outer Space. I've seen Lorenzo Lamas, Donna Dragon Wilson, Caged Fury, Caged Heat. I've seen them all. So the story goes that I've briefly seen across the internet is that this gentleman, who I believe he was a Taekwondo instructor, I think, if I could be wrong, and he was instructing his students somewhere, and somebody said you should make a movie. So apparently the gentleman put up the money for it, put up his house, and I guess he put up $1 million or $2 million or whatever, I don't know, and he went out and made this movie. And apparently it was critically lambasted, understandably, because critics just like to criticize, and it left theaters very quickly. And I don't know if it was like a big, huge release, but it was at least at a couple theaters somewhere across the United States. These Taekwondo students who are a rock band at night, and I guess they play kiddie music. They're like college students, but they're really more like my age. I think my understanding is another guy plays some other music. He loses a gig at this club, so now he wants the rock band group to be beat up or killed by this drug dealing ninja group who rides motorcycles at night and sells drugs or something. The performances are completely stilted because, from my understanding, nobody in this film was an actor, but that's what makes it beautiful. I mean, it's great. I have never had so much fun in my life. It's like there's scenes where you can't really hear the dialogue. You can tell that the actors aren't really actors, and they don't really keep their face up in the frame. They look down at the ground when they should be saying their lines somewhere here, near, or there. I give every single one of them, the director included, so much credit for putting this thing together. It's great. It's great. I showed the film to some folks, and they just like, it's stupid. I'm like, but you don't see the gloriousness of. They're like, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's like, I know it's horrible, but that's what makes it so much fun. It's the complete dedication to creating what most people would judge as horrible or cluster. The shooting of certain scenes is not very well done. The sound is not very well done on certain things. I'm just looking at this from a film school student eye, and I'm not even saying what I do is the greatest here. The story is kind of convoluted. There's things that just, it's all rough. There's B-roll, or excuse me, not B-roll, but there's kind of shots that go on too long, and you can tell there's scenes where actors are reading cue cards. It's just a mess. But I will say that 1980s cheesy club scenes with the music and the bands, I love it. I absolutely love it. I actually really love the songs because it incorporates one thing that they did in the 1980s was it incorporates the musical montage. You kind of get a basic outline of kind of who they're supposed to be in this scene with the band in the club. I love the scene, and people are rocking out as only they could in the 1980s with a lot of hairspray, a lot of really hard lighting, and sweaty men with hairy chests and women who wear long t-shirts with big belt buckles around their waist and big perms. There's no other way you could do it in the 1980s. That the fights in the movie, and I'm saying on a choreography level, the actual kicking and the punching, I don't think the fights are bad at all. I mean, it's just that, you know, it's a low-budget movie and they had to work with what they had to work with, but I think it's very well done in terms of the actual fighting. It has the inspirational speech, and I will say the crown-achieving moment is in this film is where you've got a brother. You got a brother who The gentleman is, and I'm going by the story, he's supposed to be black. His father was black and his mother was Korean. I'm not going to elaborate on any more detail about that. I just want you all to watch the film and you can decide whether you buy it or not. But there's an in-camera monologue he gives that is epically, hysterically, awfully on the level of who's the girl who's in Friday the 13th Part 3, who when she said Jason attacked her and he ran and he screamed with that kind of dissolve in and out. His monologue is on the level where it makes her monologue look like Samuel L. Jackson's monologue from Pulp Fiction. It's that insanely, hysterically, but it's great. It's great. I'm telling you, it's great. And there's just so much gold in this movie. It is a crowning achievement of just the commitment to, if I look at this movie, I look at it as one thing. I don't look at it as bad. I don't look at it as horrible. I look at it as, if there's ever any time in your life, this is just a prime example of, if you put your mind to something and you commit, you can get it done and you can create something. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm telling you, you guys have to watch Miami Connection from 1987. It is glorious. It's glorious. I'm not going to elaborate on it. I won't elaborate on that too far, but you've got scenes where it's... I can't ever think of a time in my life where I've been over one of my boys' house and I've just announced, hey guys, I'm about to take a shower, and my pants are half unbuttoned and I have no shirt on. I've never done that in my life. I've never in my life been in a room full of my boys and grabbed a handful of grapes and fed it to his mouth. I don't think I've ever done that. But anyway, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, leave comments down below about Miami Connection. And if you don't like cheesy cornball movies from the 1980s, why don't you go ahead and watch The Bridges of Madison County? RMJ Movie Reviews, tune in whenever I come back, y'all.